everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and go check out our Instagram pages where I post daily original photos of our life, our animals, and everything in between. So we are out playing in the snow, and one of the reasons we're out playing in the snow is because we drove from our town in Reno over the hill into, what was that? Is it Auburn?
Citrus Heights.
Citrus Heights, California, which is just a little bit east of
Sacramento.
Yeah,
Sacramento suburb.
Sacramento area, to go pick up some really cool Craigslist finds. We went over there to pick stuff up. So we are gonna show you guys what we picked up as soon as we're done playing in the snow. We're having a little bit of fun, and I think it's gonna start snowing and we're gonna have to take off soon anyways. All right, so we're gonna play a little bit and then we will go home and show you what we picked up and talk a little bit about picking up items on Craigslist and what to look out for. And some other things. This goofy nut. I'm gonna go play. I'll show you later. Ready, go! Yay, Lovey! Row, row, row your boat gently down the ice patch.
Go, 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 go. Yay!
Oh, what happened?
Oops.
Ready? Let's try again.
Whoa!
Next time, I don't want somebody.
You don't want somebody to stop you? You're a big boy now? Oh, dang it. All right, pick up your sled.
Got it. Got it. Just gotta give him a little hump. Little hump.
Yay! Ah, he's gonna hurt you. Run! The dinosaur's coming! All right, guys, so we are back home and Daddy is tending to the chicklets and getting them all settled in now that we are back home. When we go to the snow, we have a lot of gear that has to be put away, dried out, and all that good fun stuff because it was really cold and it started snowing on us, but we had a great time. So, as I said previously, the reason we went out is a lot of times when it comes to Craigslist, we don't have a whole lot in our town of Reno or the surrounding little cities. We have to drive over, which is the Sierra Nevadas, the Tahoe mountain region. We have to drive over the hill into the Sacramento area in Northern California in order to pick up some of these great finds. So when we are looking at getting some of these things, we have to factor in our time as well as gas. And these particular items that we picked up were not snakes today. They were some things that we needed for future products, and some of the stuff has been sold out online, and we were lucky to find these, and so we drove over to pick them up. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we picked up. Super excited about what we picked up. All right, so the first thing we picked up was this Herbstat 4. There are, what is it, 3 major brands, and that is going to be the Herbstats by Spider Robotics is one of the better brands, as well as Freedom Breeder has really come along with their thermostats, and we also have one of those and really like it. And then of course Vivarium, they have some really good thermostats. We have the Vivarium 200 is on our incubator, and it is working out fantastic. We just happened to find this brand, and we really wanted one that did 4 because of the cages we were going to be building. We need 4 outlets, and we really like the Herbstats in the fact that you can switch out the probes, which we were able to get all 4 probes. Some of these haven't even been used before, but you can switch out the probes for humidity probes, which is absolutely awesome because one of the cages we are going to be building is for our Emerald Tree Boa Nebula, and so we wanted to be able to use one output for her heat and then one output for her humidity as well. So I'm going to be probably ordering a humidity probe to go with this. And then the other 2, we're going to be building cages for our Suriname Redtail because she has started outgrowing her tub, and as well as our black-headed python. So we're going to build 3 cages stacked up, and this is what is going to go on that. To regulate all their stuff. So I am going to be ordering some heat panels and different things, as I mentioned in some other videos, but this was a super cool pickup. So this was one thing we got, and like I said, we were able to get all 4 of the probes. Some of them haven't even been used before, which is absolutely awesome. So the next thing we picked up is also a thermostat, and that is going to be a Herbstat 2. This is the Redline edition, and I believe they don't make these anymore. So this was super cool. And the guy we picked these up from, he said that this has barely been used. He only used it for a few months, and then it's just been sitting around. So this thing is practically brand new. This is actually going to go to our hatchling rack. So this was absolutely awesome. Right now we only have 1 hatchling rack on order, but we have a feeling with what we got going on and the females we have paired up that there's a possibility that we might need 2 racks. So we really wanted to go with the Herbstat 2, so we were kind of prepared. We didn't want to get 1 thermostat that only had a possibility for 1 probe and then have to go buy another thermostat. It's kind of a waste of money. So we were glad to pick this up. And then this also came with both the probes and the power cord and everything to it. So that was absolutely awesome. These things are in great condition. Most of the time the Herbstats, the only thing that really ever goes out with them is sometimes the fuses go out and you just have to replace the fuses. So sometimes you just need to keep extra fuses on hand in case that happens. But these things last forever. So we were super excited to pick these up to have these. So as far as Craigslist goes, I mean, for the electronics part of it, you know, we tested everything out, made sure they were working before we took them. As far as price, we literally got those thermostats for half price. And like I said, they rarely go out, other than the fuses sometimes will burn out and you have to replace them. So we weren't too worried about it. We picked them up. They were super clean. He showed us his room. We knew what we were getting. Now, when you're picking up stuff on Craigslist, you really want to know what you're looking at. Whether it's electronics, animals, or anything, you really have to do your due diligence. If something seems out of place or kind of fishy, just don't do it. More than likely, your instincts are correct. Thankfully, we have had really good luck with Craigslist with picking up whether it be like thermostats or other equipment or even snakes. We have a few snakes that we picked up from Craigslist, and that would be our lavender albino sunshine, who is supposedly 100% het pied. We're hoping to prove that out for sure. We have gotten our piebald butterscotch from Craigslist as well, from somebody that just didn't know how to take care of her. She wasn't eating well, she wasn't shedding well, and now she is thriving. She eats on a regular basis, she's shedding well, and because she is already 3 years old, we're looking forward to breeding her this season. And then the last one we got from Craigslist was actually from a small hobbyist breeder that is also over in the Sacramento area, and that is Aspen, who is a pastel cinnamon special GHI. And she is not ready to breed this season, but she will be ready next season. And you just have to know what you're looking for. You need to know, especially with animals, you need to know how to sex your animal. So if you're gonna pay for a female, females obviously are a lot more expensive. You need to double check that that is a female that you're picking up. If you're looking for a male, like I said, check for the male. You either need to bring a pro kit if that's the way you know how to sex, or learn how to pop if it's a smaller snake. Even the bigger snakes you can pop. It's just a little bit more difficult and takes a little bit more technique and kind of experience and know what you're doing. Always check snakes to make sure they have no foam around the mouth, check for respiratory infections, check for mites, and then if you don't see any physical mites, always quarantine those animals, especially if you have no idea where they're coming from. But so far we have had really good luck with picking up things on Craigslist. But we have always done our due diligence. We have always looked for those little things that we're looking for. If things were off, then we just kind of canceled the meeting or said, no, thank you. You know, this isn't exactly what we were looking for. Don't be afraid to say no if things just seem off, or if you get there and things weren't advertised in the ad correctly as when you got there. So just keep that in mind. Craigslist can be a very good place to pick up snakes and used equipment, but you know, you have to watch out because there are those shady people out there, and unfortunately it happens quite a bit to people that don't listen to their instincts or don't do their due diligence in their research and know what they're getting. So, but that's what we wanted to show you today and talk a little bit about Craigslist and picking up items. So far, we have had pretty good luck. Before I usually purchase brand new items, I always search Facebook Marketplace. Well, actually my husband does. My husband's very good at finding stuff. I'm not the big searcher, but yes, he's the one who finds all the stuff on Craigslist in our area as well as some of the surrounding areas. We will usually drive about 2 hours to pick up stuff, but anything over that, we don't really drive that far. So anything within 2 hours we'll drive to. We always check our Facebook Marketplace for stuff in town. We can usually find some cool stuff. That's how we found a lot of our animals as well. And then we also met Andy, who lives in town, from Andy's Reptiles, and I'll throw his handle down here for Instagram, and he is a ball python breeder. We become good friends with him. We've gotten a lot of breeders and babies from him, and we'll be working with him in the future as far as swapping animals and things. So it's a good way to meet people in the hobby and kind of exchange things and then get a lot of cool stuff. So you just got to be careful, just like anything else in life. If something seems off, just don't do it. So, and then as you can see, I have our rat maternity rack that is completed. If you didn't see that video, it'll be linked in the description below, or I'll throw a card up right here for that video if you're interested. But this thing came out absolutely awesome. We used the Freedom Breeder FB10 tubs for this. I'm just waiting on our watering system from Reptile Basics to come to finish off the watering, and that'll be part 2 of that video. But that is absolutely awesome. So that is kind of it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. We had a lot of fun playing in the snow and going to pick up these items. We're super excited to be able to find used items where we can kind of save money. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay sane, get out there and make your own footprints. It's so awesome. Bye.